How do you make that step from jewelry designer to business entrepreneur? Well, today we speak to Suhara Omar Lightenbauer, founder of Suhara Jewel Art. I'm Ben Ibrahim, and let's go learn how to grow your very own business, as this is Entrepreneur. Can designing your very own jewelry make you a lot of money? Well, I can't answer that question. We asked that same question to business owner Suhara Omar Lightenbauer. Suhara, welcome to Entrepreneur, and thank you very much for being with us. Now, designing your very own jewelry.
Yes.
Where did this idea come from?
Well, it's all about passion. When I was a little girl, I used to collect all those little trinkets made of wood, made of plastic, and I just love it, and especially all those big and chunky things. And usually like my auntie, my cousins and all that, whatever they don't want, they say, okay, this is for you. And so I just love it from the very, very beginning.
I've known her for a long time. She's got that strong passion in what she thinks she would like to do and what she likes doing, and it gives her some sort of a pleasure and fulfillment. So she's been doing this since her modeling days, bringing all her creations from one fashion show to another fashion show, and her determination brought her to where she is now today, because she believes in what she does, and the passion is so strong, it drove her to where she is now.
How long did this idea take you to get off the ground? A business is usually quite challenging at the start.
To be honest, I started this just for fun of it, because the love of it. To be more detailed, that when I was traveling a lot before, and actually sometimes over there certain station that we actually have a lot of free time. So what I did, I go out. I love flea market. I love to go and dig out all the treasures, and I don't like shopping mall. I like different, I like unique, I like something that you can't really find. I love countries like India, Pakistan, all the Middle East. You know, I find they are full of colors, they are full of cultures, and their jewelry is always like, wow, you know, it gives me a lot of inspiration and idea.
She was a stewardess before she becomes a model. Her passion of traveling and see things around the world has inspired her to come out with a jewelry collection which is different and niche, where she inspired from nature. She interpreted into a jewelry which is rather unique, and I think that's the market for fashionista or fashion lover in Malaysia to appreciate and wear her collection.
Tell us about the financial challenges when first starting the business.
When I started, we don't have money to invest and that kind of thing. I mean, a lot of people, I'm not ashamed to say that, but because of the passion and because of you really, really want to do it, I always believe the doors will be open. As long as you keep your mission, your intention, and what actually you're looking for. Of course, at the beginning, I wouldn't know what to do, where to get. Along the way, like I said, you know, you mix around, you meet a lot of positive people, you meet a lot of encouraging people. I'm lucky in that sense. I found out a lot of ways to do it. Especially with the government, they really, really helpful with the entrepreneurs who really want to pursue in the business.
So passion aside, if you were to start another retail business tomorrow, not jewelry design, how much capital, ballpark figure, should you need to get a business running?
Well, I shall say between 5 to 700,000 in order to have a really concept store. Because for me, business is all about selling the concept. It's not about selling the product alone. Product everybody can sell. You must be different in what you are selling, and the concept plays a major role.
Okay, so
Definitely.
being different is good.
Of course, we need to be different.
Now, apart from money, what other business challenges did you and your partners face?
For the setting up, of course, many aspects. Like, for example, in order to get a good staff, a loyal staff, a
Materials.
reliable staff, for example, that is also one of the big challenge. If you were to ask all the retailers, it's going to be the same problem. And of course, on top of that, we have to build a production team, which will actually take time. It doesn't like, when you start the business today and within one blink of an eye and tomorrow, wow, you have the production team. It doesn't work that way. So you have to go through a lot of trial and frustration, upsetting matters, and that in order to really form a team. And I believe that you need to have a really reliable and very good team that we understand each other. When it comes to designing matters, I need them to understand what do I actually want. There's no point that for me to have all the ideas in my mind, but end up, in order to make it into a jewelry piece, it's totally different.
Now, in your opinion, Suhara,
Yeah.
how do you marry employees' goals and objectives with employers' goals and objectives? Now, your incentive is cash flow as an entrepreneur. You
Yes.
get to reap the financial rewards. But for
Correct.
them, it's salary, salary, salary. And they'll be lucky if they get a bonus. So how do you marry employee needs and employer needs together?
From the beginning, I always tell the staff, look, you are not working for me. You are working with me. This is also your company, and let's grow together. I always believe there is no barrier, oh, I'm the boss, you must respect me, you must this, you must that. It doesn't work that way. I call it a very old school of thoughts.
She's really hardworking woman, and she always making sure that everything here is okay in the proper place, especially our jewelry. She always check on it. That's the way we admire her so much. She has a very creative idea, which is the first time I saw her idea is very unique and elegant.
To me, they are my most important asset. Without staff, then I can never do it. By them, I need their feedback, their opinion. We always share ideas and that kind of thing. When it comes to financial matters, we give them both financially and also human values. We also do give motivational courses, grooming courses, very important. I'm very particular about that because the first impression must be good in order to attract customer to come over.
Well, Suhara says if you want your employees to go the extra distance for you, then share with them the employer dream, and most importantly, reward them with some financial rewards and training and development opportunities. In Suhara's case, it's grooming. We're just going to take a very short commercial break right here on Entrepreneur, but when we come back, we're going to learn about the 3 M's of Suhara's business. What are those 3 M's? Marketing, margins, and more. Stick with us right here on Entrepreneur.
Isnin hingga Jumaat bersama Fatsri Haziz, Syamil Izwan Azizan dan Zulhelmi Zainal Azam memaparkan perkembangan sukan tempatan dan antarabangsa, kejayaan atlet dan isu semasa dalam dan luar negara. Dalam Sukan Awani, Isnin hingga Jumaat di Astro Awani, berita segenap dimensi.
Isnin hingga Jumaat dalam Persona Oasis.
Gue ikat lu biar tidur di luar. Kasihan tuh orang.
Suruh aja laki lu cari kerjaan yang lain.
Kamu tahu kan, kerja kantoran bukan dunia abang. Dunia abang ke musik.
Yang penting sih sabar, terus berkarya.
Insya Allah ada jalan. Tayangan serentak di Astro Oasis, Astro Mustika HD, dan Astro On The Go.
Hello business fans, and welcome back to Entrepreneur. You're still with me, Ben Ibrahim, and if you're just joining us for the very first time today, we're still talking to Suhara Leitenbauer, and this apparently is one of her products, and it's called a stingray. Suhara, please explain why this is called a stingray.
Because it is a real stingray.
Is it?
Yes, it comes from the real stingray skin from the fish. But as you can see, we only have stingray. We don't have any other animals here. It's very common. The first customer will enter and she will say, "Oh, you killed them." And I said, "No, we are very so-called green company.
Eco-friendly, yes.
So we wouldn't be doing that. The thing is about stingray, we actually use the giant stingray. So there are certain part of the giant stingray which is, you can't use it for anything. So we are working very closely with the fishermen and they actually just throw it away, especially on the middle part and also at the tail side. So actually we buy it over. We do a lot of processing, a lot of preserving, coloring and all that. This has become a very popular products
Part
in
of the business,
Suhara.
yeah. Well, now tell us about the design side of the business. That's
Yeah.
your strength.
Yes.
Jewelry design. Once you design the jewelry, how does that transpire or transform into this product? What is the steps?
It has many, many steps.
Yes.
First of all, I will come up with an idea. What kind of concept? You must have the raw material, and we usually work from the sketches. Really from first gear, from zero. And the process usually, I will sit down with my artists. So from there, I will approve the design and all that, and we will move to making a mold, casting, and after some modification, which stone you put in, which combination, whether you want to add on some stingrays into it and that kind of thing, then only we will make it as a piece of jewelry.
Suhara is a person who's full of commitment. She's got dedication. She's very responsible. And she's a person of great integrity. So, which is one reason why I have actually asked Suhara to come in as my business partner to do training and development, because she's also very interested in developing women with no confidence. I mean, you look at Suhara, she's got so much of confidence. But one thing, if you would ask me to say what's the one quality that stands out about her, is that she's a person of great integrity.
Tell us about the cost of raw materials.
It depends. Sometimes, especially now, the cost of the stones, precious stones, semi-precious stones, because we do use some sapphires, emerald and all that, and it has shoot up like mad. We use, our main material is silver, and that one also has shoot up tremendously lately, following the gold price. And the stingray as well. We really emphasize on having a very good quality. I believe in that. I don't believe in, you sell a very low quality in a very high price, because the most important, customer must be satisfied and they will come back. I rather have a repeat customer buying small instead of just once and never turn up anymore.
And you never see them again.
Yes.
Tell us about your target market and your customer base.
My customer base are all niche market. We have a lot of royalties, politicians' wife,
high income band,
high income background, which they don't mind to spend. I'm glad that from the beginning when I started until today, I have a very good follower. The same customer again and again keep coming. For me it's very important. It has becoming one of our company's philosophy that we must romance the customer.
I think what we need is a local brand that do something which is original, and I think what Suhara has done is something which is very original and different within Malaysian market. So that's what makes Suhara Jewel Art special.
From where she was before, modeling a small bag, showing to her friends, and until now she has this big boutique, with her name brand on it. And I think Suhara is actually a brand. Everybody knows Suhara now. Suhara Jewel Art, that's actually a brand by itself. I can foresee this being bigger than what she is now, because when you have a very strong brand and you believe in it, because you have to believe in your brand first, then people will believe in it. And I think she has come a long way of establishing her own brand that is her. She is the brand.
Now, you spoke about earlier
Yeah.
about market research. When you said you conducted your market research,
Yes.
the results were different to what it is now.
Yes.
Tell us about that market research methodology.
You'd be surprised that I went to one mall to another mall, sit down there for many hours, count how many customers walk into the shop, how many customers come out and carry the bag, and
What kind of handbags were they wearing?
Yes, so I did in some few malls and also in other countries. And this is also what we did when we started in Middle East, because I have an agent in Middle East now taking care of all the Middle East market. It's to some people it sounds funny. It's tiring, I actually did that for 2 years.
Really? 2 years was the market research process?
Yes,
Wow.
2 years.
Tell us about potential new customers who are concerned about your high pricing. How do you sell it that if you buy your product, it's value for money?
First of all, we will explain to them about the quality matters. Like for example, precious stone and semi-precious stones. You can have like all kind of grades, all kind of clarity, for example ruby or sapphire and all that. So we always make sure, in order to build the brand, the quality is very, very important.
So you sell quality?
Yes, it's all about quality.
Okay.
That is number one. Number two, you must be able to come up with something totally different. It can be very subjective. Some people said this silver is not so expensive as gold, but why the price is expensive, for example. But you see, when I asked them, can you find the design somewhere else? And they said no.
And final question before we take another commercial break. What's your view and opinion about business planning or using a business plan?
I always divide it into two. One is the financial part, the marketing part, and one is the design part. For the marketing part, of course, you must always have a plan, definitely.
Definitely.
All the risks and the plan, the calculation, everything. Of course, it's figures, it's a fact there on the paper. So you need to have that. And on the other part, when it comes to designing, I can just change all the time. It depends on what customer request.
Well, Suhara is a firm believer in business planning. Like she said, in marketing and finance, it's facts on a piece of paper. It can't be changed and it shouldn't be changed. But for designing, it can be changed all the time. We're just going to take another short commercial break right here on Entrepreneur. But when we come back, we're going to learn more about Suhara's business. Stick with us, don't go away, right here on Entrepreneur.
Kalau dah bersedia, bermula sekarang.
Masanya telah tiba. Siri Jelajah MasterChef Malaysia 2 akan menemui anda di lokasi tertera. Pelbagai aktiviti menarik disediakan dan temui selebriti MasterChef. Jumpa di sana. Penaja utama MasterChef Malaysia 2, Cooking Magic daripada Panasonic untuk masakan lebih enak dan mudah. Dan My Chef, the new gourmet experience.
Minyak Primax 95 Extra ni banyak bagi perbezaan dari segi penyimatan, dari segi kelancaran dan juga daripada segi pecutan.
Bila kita naik bukit sampai tak ada power dia kan ada itu bunyi keng 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 keng. Lepas di sini minyak bunyi sudah kurang.
Kereta saya selalu susah nak hidup. Sekarang tak lagi. Ia dapat memberi penjimatan dalam jangka masa yang panjang.
Awak patut cuba sendirilah kot.
Untuk ekstra prestasi dan penjimatan, switch for extra.
Jika inginkan perabot klasik berkualiti tinggi, kemana lagi? Tentu ke Empire Classic Furniture. Perkhidmatan penghantarannya ke seluruh negara juga disediakan. Pilihan eksklusif Anita Sarawak.
Tiap Sabtu, Astro Awani membawakan Business Awani Plus bersama Rizal Zulkifli dan Serena Manikam.
There are a lot of scattered blog shops all over the internet.
Rangkuman berita perniagaan dan ekonomi meliputi 5 berita mingguan terbaik.
Pengeluaran minyak mentah meningkat. Domestic demand is strong. Asset prices continue to be holding up.
Ketahui prestasi dan prospek mingguan pasaran. Business Awani Plus, Sabtu 6.30 petang di Astro Awani. Berita segenap dimensi.
Before you start your very own business, you got to think on how you want to position your business. So Suhara, how do you position this business?
I would position Suhara Jewel Art in a very, very niche market because we are not dealing with mass. We don't do mass produce. There are a lot of pieces here which you can see. They are only one-off piece. It's the same goes to our Middle East market. Inshallah, hopefully going into another niche, one of the malls, small mall there, hopefully by end of this year. So I would say yes, it's niche market definitely.
Now, Suhara, you used to be a former model. You've always been in this business with a lot of bling and associated with that word glamour, but now you've decided to cover up. How has that affected your business?
Covering up is very individual,
Very personal, isn't it?
very personal. But I would like to share that, at the beginning yes, I did think about it. I feel that, what will happen? Sometimes being in this bling bling environment, you will, for example, very prone of listening to other people and all that. But at the end of the day, I always believe that the business, the rizki and all that comes from him. So it doesn't matter whether I cover up, whether I don't. It's all about how you do your business sincerely, how you really serious and work for it with all your passion. I don't see it such an obstacle. Doesn't mean you cover up, you can't be glamorous anymore, isn't it? You agree
Well,
with me?
as I can see right now, you still look glamorous.
She is herself. She's not putting up an act. She's not pretentious. Of all the things that she's gone through until now, that she's got her brand name and everything, she's still the same Suhara that I knew before. Humble, very charismatic, and also she knows what she wants. And as an entrepreneur, she has a very strong belief in what she does. And I'm proud of her as a friend and also an entrepreneur, and I think she's going to grow bigger and bigger.
Tell us about the biggest milestones that you achieved in this business.
I would say that 5 years is still
quite new.
Yeah, we still can call this company as a baby, still growing, is a child. Personally, I am very proud that I have a very, very good clientele base, which we built from scratch. I know none of them. I don't know anybody here in KL because I was based in Singapore. So we actually started from zero and we built the friendship, we built the relationship to the customer. And also we could manage to secure some few projects worldwide. So within 5 years, I must say that I'm very, very proud. And I always believe that this is because of our teamwork. I can never do it alone, definitely.
Let's talk about the other M word, mistake. Mistake or mistakes that helped you become a better entrepreneur?
In my philosophy or in my life dictionary, there's no such thing as mistake. It's all about learning process. One thing about me, I am always giving trust to people, to the staff, production team, to the customers and all that. So along the way, you can never avoid that, something bad happen, all that. But the most important is how you take it, whether you want to take it as a mistake or you want to take it as a lesson for you to learn. And so far, I have been good in doing that. It will never make me down and give up or whatever. I guess that's what I said from the beginning, that passion plays a very major role. Because all the hardship, all the time, effort, money and all that, whatever you got to put in all this, it needs patience to actually keep you driving. Otherwise, I can imagine why a lot of people give up.
Suhara, passion aside, final question. What's your advice for all aspiring entrepreneurs out there?
Honestly, no shortcut. You have to pay attention on the details. For example, the design wise, you have to know what you want and go for all the details from A to Z, and that's where the wonderful result will come out. So it's very important.
Very important. Thank you very much indeed. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as Suhara said, attention to detail. There are no shortcuts in business. Now, many people think in business it's all about strategy or it's all about operations. Well, Suhara says, bring it together. It's been a very enjoyable interview right here on Entrepreneur. As usual, if you do want to give us some feedback, please do so on our Facebook website. Other than that, we look forward to seeing you next week. Don't forget, folks, this is Entrepreneur. Okay, Suhara, quick personality quiz. First question, favorite food?
Sambal tumis.
Oh, nice.
Pedas.
Pedas.
Must be pedas.
So spicy is great.
Yes.
Favorite overseas holiday spot? Quick. Time is money, time is money, time is money.
Oh, few places.
One. Name one. 5, 4, 3.
Austria.
Austria, nice choice. I thought you'd say that. And third question, what would you do with only 1 ringgit in your wallet?
Keep it in my wallet.
Keep it in your wallet?
Yes.
That's all?
Yes.
Save it?
Yes.
Okay. An actress that would play you in a movie.
An actress will?
That would play you in a movie. If they had a movie called The Suhara Story, who would play you?
Oh, oh my God. Angelina Jolie.
Angelina Jolie. Okay, that's a very interesting answer. Okay.
And you must find the Brad Pitt, okay?
I must find the Brad Pitt. Okay, okay, we'll find the Brad Pitt. I think we can find someone Austrian, maybe. Get the pun.
Okay, okay.
And the next question, and the final question, should I say, your dream car.
Dream car.
Could be a motorbike.
No.
No.
I don't have a license.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay, but if you would get your license tomorrow, what is your dream car? 5, 4, 3,
Bentley.
2. Bentley. Good choice. Thank you very much, Suhara.
Actually Maserati lah.
Pick one, Maserati or Bentley?
Maserati is more handsome, I think.
Okay, we'll say Maserati / Bentley.
Okay, I don't mind half-half. The front will be Bentley and the back is Maserati. I don't mind.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.